That was a trip, wasn't it?
That was good stuff. This version, like all the Macintosh versions, is completely bizarre, and I love it.
Just for shits and giggles, we have the it's cropped.
Hey, Fit, great to see you. Welcome, man.
Hi, Fit. 7 prize. Crashed the game again. Yeah, I know. So this is Space Quest 2. This is how the black and white thing works. Oh god.
Love it. I love it.
It has the same verb modifier noun circus going on up here. Also has sound. Brilliant. Which the version that we just played of Space Quest 1 also had, which leads me to believe that the color version of Space Quest 1 that we just saw is a later revision. Because if we try and load up the black and white version that I captured earlier in some other lifetime, could you fit in the stream window, please? Whatever. There you go. So if we get in and play, be quiet, please. So see here, we just have direction and verbs. So I think this is an earlier version of it, and they didn't add in the. But I didn't know. I honestly didn't know there were like different revisions of the Macintosh version, which would imply that, I mean, with all the effort that went into making this weird precursor to point and click games, and they actually went in and modified the system, kept upgrading the system.
Yeah, that's surprising to me too. Like, again, it's hard to get a sense of what the market was like for these. Was this a big seller? There's just very little, as far as I can tell, evidence out there in the world of Sierra history to give us a sense of what these were all about.
Yeah.
I mean, I do get the sense they were completely outsourced, but I don't even know that for sure.
I'm pretty sure you might be right about that. I do know that the Atari ST versions were programmed by a little up-and-coming superstar by the name of Corey Cole. That was his that was his first gig at Sierra, was to port the AGI games to Atari ST. And I can show you that actually.
I need to get on the Police Quest 1 black and white AGI version. That looks pretty fun. I guess there's a Leisure Suit Larry, probably.
Let me just see if I can find. Yes. So here's Astro Chicken on the Atari ST, and I've talked about this before with you. I find Astro Chicken really frustrating to play on the PC version. You are of a different opinion, but that's because you are the Astro Chicken master, obviously.
I have a method.
Yes. But Astro Chicken on the Atari ST, I don't know if you can see that with the Discord screen sharing, but the frame rate is much faster, and he actually controls a lot better. Like you push a button, he actually does what you tell him. Whereas in the PC version, you kind of sort of have to. I keep like holding the cursor keys down really hard because he just doesn't want to move.
This does look like it has a higher frame rate. I mean, it is a very different looking kind of animation.
And it's actually fun to play. If nothing, I mean, the Atari ST version is quite unremarkable in every other sense, but Astro Chicken on the Atari ST is fun to play. Who'd have thought?
There's a standalone Astro Chicken, right? Didn't they release that at some point just as a little mini SCI game? Or am I imagining that?
I don't know if they did with the first Astro Chicken. They did that Nick's Picks where Ms. Astro Chicken was in.
Who wants to play Miss Astro Chicken? It's the worst. Yeah. It's not a good arcade sequence.
It's only good for that Cedric Easter egg that's in there. And,
yes, yeah. Which almost justifies its existence.
Almost.
Good for them for anticipating that Cedric would be unpopular before he'd really had a chance at that stage to become unpopular.
He's just unpopular internally for reasons. Let me just.
Is Professor Lloyd? That is his name, right? This is Professor Lloyd on your desktop wallpaper.
Yep.
Is he wearing sandals? Yes. As I see this version of it, it appears he's got sandals on. Now I'm fascinated.
He is wearing sandals.
Oh, wow.
And a robe. Like he just got out of bed. Because who needs to dress fancy when it's all streets are crawling
The
in
apocalypse.
cyborgs.
Yeah. I mean, we've had basically, 2+ years of apocalypse, and Lord knows I'm not bothering to dress up anymore. So I get where he's coming from. I mean, I really relate to Professor Lloyd now more than ever.
Notice he's not wearing a face mask. That's supposed to be a beard.
Okay. Yeah.
But then again, the Vohol virus is not quite, a contagious virus of that sort. You do have to be hauled
Not
away
airborne
and
yet.
have those things strapped to your face. And yes, the upscale graphics look really bizarre, Avuzal says in the chat.
Space Roman. I can see that.
One last thing I can show you just quickly is the absolute abject horror that is Space Quest 1 on the Apple IIc. This is
I've never played any of these versions, so I'm curious about this.
You will. I promise you, I won't take you through all of the 3 hours and 50 minutes of this video.
Oh my!
There's a reason why it's this long. Your screen is not frozen. This is, in fact, how it runs. Initializing this.
Oh wow!
Mm-hmm. Every time you change screens, you have to sit and wait for something close to like a minute and a half. And every time it tries to play a sound effect, or indeed any sound. Oh, here we are. We're loading a new screen.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah,
you can almost feel it. Is this composite RGB? Is that the right word for this sort of graphic style?
I think it is. This video
it allows them to fake more colors than they can actually display, right? Isn't that what it's all about?
Yeah. This video comes courtesy of SQH Discord Denizen Epic Potato Fiend, who actually is playing this game on an authentic Apple IIc. Sorry.
Oh wow!
And pumped the composite into a capture card. Did you see how long it took for that screen to load?
It's unbelievable.
And because every time it wants to play a sound effect of any kind, it doesn't have the processor power to play sound and animation at the same time, so the bar is completely silent.
Oh wow! Look at that.
Yeah, this is rough.
I have to say though, cramming anything that remotely resembles Space Quest 1 into an Apple IIc, I guess itself is impressive. It's kind of like the King's Quest 5 NES version. It's like, well,
yeah,
it's a miracle that we're even playing something that's recognizable as Space Quest. So
this lovely puke green interior of
yes.
Oh, and you don't get save game names. You just get 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. But at least we get the purple sky. Oh,
there you go.
Skimmer.
Oh, can you imagine?
Oh. Do not adjust your set. This is how it actually plays.
Maybe coming at you very slowly would make the skimmer easier. But again, you don't have, it's like the extra reaction time doesn't matter if your character still barely moves. So I guess it's, it sort of cancels itself out.
Oh, yeah. And, oh, no. Yep. That doesn't seem to help. And then restoring a game involves having to swap out the, floppy disk that's in the drive, put in the save game disk, then swap that back out. But the absolute affront to decency that this game pulls on you. Let me see if I can find any instance of it. I think it's when he gets into the underground. Let's see. I'm looking for a death. I think he fell off. All right. Check this out. To display the death message, you have to swap out the disk you have in and put in disk 1 because all the death messages are on a single disk.
Sorry. That's hilarious. I mean, I know disk space was at a premium, but I feel like a 2-sentence long text string probably could be crammed on to the average disk. I don't know.
Apparently not. Every time you die, you have to swap out the disk so it can read the death message to you and then tell you to restore your game, which requires another disk swap.
I've said this before on my stream. Something I would love to see in Scum VM, and I don't know if this is anything they would ever consider, is adding in prompts for disk swaps as like an optional setting, where you could like choose on a Sierra game for at least to tell you where the disk swaps would exist, even if you can just like hit space bar to continue or something like that. Just because I think for historical purposes, it might be fun to know where the original games, like you just define, you know, I'm playing Space Quest 1 on 5.25-inch floppies, put in the swap disk messages where they go, just as a matter of curiosity. Because for me, I guess growing up playing them like that, disk swapping was such a part of the experience. I'd kind of love to be able to go back and have some of that.
Oh, speaking of disk swapping.
Oh, wow. Which version are we looking at there?
Well, we have a selection. This is the I barely fit in my box version of, I think it's 9 discs.
Wow.
I have both the 9 disc. Now, the reason I pull this out is, of course, look at all those fucking floppy disks. Is that they actually re-released King's Quest 4 and cut down a single floppy disk, or maybe even 2 actually. Because there are just so many damn discs in this game that it barely even fits in its tiny little box. Like, it doesn't close all the way.
I'm trying to remember. I may have had King's Quest 5 on 5.25-inch. Surely I didn't. Surely that didn't exist. Now I'm on Moby Games trying to figure out if that's actually a release that happened or if I'm just... Nope, it looks like it did. There were 5.25-inch releases of, it's disc 1 of 9, it looks like.
Yeah. This is the 16 color version, by the way.
Yeah, that's the good one.
That's the good one.
That's the real one.
That's the stuff.
Yeah, all those other colors do nothing for you. All they do is slow down the game.
Absolutely. You've never truly enjoyed the majesty of Cedric's owl pelt as you have in 16 crisp colors.
Oh my gosh. On my old Tandy that I played that on, the animation of Cedric, like how when you enter a lot of the screens, he'll like land on a branch or something like that. He'll have like his little flapping his arms down and just like gently glide in. That took so long. Like my annoyance at Cedric, you know, because I played the floppy version, I didn't have his voice to hate. And honestly, I didn't even hate the character like on principle at that point yet. What I hated about him was how long I had to wait every time I screen transitioned just for him to make his landing. Oh, this looks good. What version are we seeing here?
This is Space Quest 4 on the Amiga.
Ooh.
And not the good Amiga. My friend Pickle Dog worked out that you actually have to have the most awesome Amiga of all time. Just soup up the emulator to maximum to get it to do anything useful. The music.
Hey, Sonneveld. Good to see you.
Hey, Sonneveld. It's just chiptune stuff. If you have, and it's actually loading right now.
Oh wow. Well, I mean, it's a lovely loading screen. Honestly, you could do a lot worse.
And
the screen would make a good backdrop for YouTube videos.
Yeah, you could potentially.
You can do something with it.
And it just takes forever.
I'm looking forward to seeing how Smurfy Roger Wilco is here in a moment, because EGA is peak Smurf. Not too. I mean,
could be
that
worse.
looks more like mood lighting than he is a blue creature.
Yeah,
I guess.
But there's some sort of weird blue divider going down the center of the room for some reason. Anyway, this is what a regular Amiga 500, if you played Space Quest 4 in a regular Amiga 500, would look like. And this, I believe, authentic disk loading. Oh God, listen to it struggle. Oh God, stop it, please. Still no color cycling or anything, but the music has improved drastically. And it actually loads.
There we go.
Still sounds terrible because it's running out. The Amiga's 4-voice tracker thing.
I have so little experience with Amiga. I think the only thing I've done is probably play Space Quest 1 on the Amiga emulator. And beyond that, the Amiga is a mystery to me.
Me too. Me too. There's. I mean, I had a Commodore 64 growing up, which is also, you know, Commodore Amiga, Commodore 64. But the Amiga was one of those things that, you know, your best friend's older brother had, and it was also like a complete mystery to me.
Yeah, yeah. We had Commodore 64s in some of my classrooms in school growing up, and that was really my extent of experience with anything from that company.
Oh, Sonneville says, it would be interesting to see you play King's Quest 6 on the Amiga, considering it's a whole different engine. I have. I have. Let me see if I can find it.
You know, I've still never played King's Quest 6. It is my my strange gap in my Sierra experience.
Really? Like, in its... like, ever?
Ever. Literally never played it.
Wow. It's considered the best of the King's Quest series. Wow.
I missed the one that people actually like.
Well, here is King's Quest 6 on the Amiga. And it
I
is
have
interesting.
exclusively bad opinions about King's Quest, though. I'm also a big King's Quest 7 fan, you know, so you can't trust anything I say.
Oh, that is weird. King's Quest 7 is just god-awful. And I don't know if you noticed that Space Quest 4 looked pretty horrendous, even with the souped-up version, and this King's Quest 6 doesn't.
Yeah,
it actually looks pretty competent. The Space Quest 4 Amiga version and also the King's Quest 5 Amiga version don't palette swap at all, so it's the same color palette for every screen, which is why it just looks like absolute dog vomit. This version of King's Quest 6 was not done by Sierra. It was actually done by Revolution Software. Yes, Broken Sword Revolution Software. And it runs in their game engine. It doesn't run SCI.
Oh, interesting.
So
now, is this 32 color, or is this at a point where they could do 256?
32.
32 looks good.
They did a really, really good job with this. In contrast, let's have a look at...
Whoa, no.
Oh, well, yeah. The speech portraits are a little weird. But still. Let's see. Do I have any King Quest 5 Amiga footage? No, I don't think I do, actually. Because why would you?
Alexander sees no reason to use that here.
Anyway, oh yeah, the the icon bar. I mean, the icons are a little weird.
I was gonna say the inventory looks kind of janky, but
yeah,
the rest of the game looks great.
It actually looks pretty good. In contrast to, let's see if we can find it again. Yeah, here we go. In contrast to whatever the hell this is supposed to be.
Oof.
Oh.
I mean, yeah. 16 color EGA looks better than this.
Yes, and this is 32 colors.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, 32 colors only works if you choose the correct 32 colors.
Yes. And it is just god awful. And this is the best that it can muster. My friend Pickle Dog, who's a mod over on the SQH Discord, he ran this. He rabbit hole deep dived into the Amiga to get this thing running. And this is the best we could do. I think
Sawbelt said it best. They tried.
Oh, they tried, but they didn't try very hard. Look at whatever the hell this supercomputer is supposed to be.
Wow.
It is just... Oh, yeah, 32 Shades of Sick. Exactly, moral recordings. It is rough. Also, I don't know if you can hear that. The ominous sound of the patrol droid coming after you isn't as ominous as it just sounds like mechanical farting.
Which is ominous in its own way.
In its own way, yeah.
I mean, who would program, you know, a machine to fart? It's just that's just cruel. Holy fart!
Oh, holy
he chased that tuba.
Oh god. Okay, this is. I don't even know what's going on up here. The timer's all screwed up.
Wow, look at that.
They didn't care. Okay, that's enough of that.
Next Quest 2, Valhalla's Revenge.
Yes. Oh crap! Well, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to end this lovely round of merriment. I have to pick up my kid in half an hour, and
Oh, fun,
not live
fun.
like this.
Well,
So this
this
was
was awesome. Thanks so much for having me in. It was a pleasure. I love seeing weird versions of Space Quest, and as always, there's no one I would rather spend time talking Space Quest with than you. So, thank you so much for having me on.
likewise. The sentiment is exactly shared, perhaps even more so. It's always great to talk to you, and thank you for still being my friend after all these years.
No, I mean it's like you said. I mean it's gosh, 1996. I
Yeah,
have as yeah. I mean that
5 or 6.
that is wild. Bonding over these fantastic games that exist in all of these good and not so good versions.
Yes.
What a great way to start a beautiful friendship. So no, this has been a pleasure.
Yeah, and who would know that 30, 40 years on, we would still find new and weird and amazing things in these games I mean, this color thing has not been seen by anyone since probably 1987.
Oh, I know. I mean, that's what I love about the work you do as the Space Quest historian is, I never dug deep into these other sorts of versions, and all of them are still so new to me. And I just love watching you, just sort of plumb the depths of what exists out there. Because I mean, I felt like we knew all there was to know about Space Quest in like 1998, and realizing now just how little the surface had really been scratched of all the strange little corners of this franchise. I mean, you're still finding stuff today, and that is just outstanding. So no, keep fighting the good fight out there.
Thank you. I will. It's a pleasure as always, and I would love to show you more weird shit when I find it. If I ever get Space Quest 2 up and running in the Macintosh version, we'll have a go at that. If you to everyone else who maybe see this lovely gentleman for the first time, he has a Twitch channel and he's actually good at it, as opposed to me. So go and hit up twitch.tv/DecafJedi if you want to see.
Yes, I'd love to see you there. I'm playing Phantasmagoria tomorrow night. I'm in my first Phantasmagoria playthrough. We're about to start chapter 4, I guess. We've skipped past the unpleasantness there, and now we're beginning chapter 4. But it's good times. Yeah, drop by and join me for Roberta Williams' journey into horror.
Oh, her favorite game, as it turns out. Her favorite game of her own.
That's wonderful, isn't it? I mean, that's just great. I love that that's the one she's proud. Yeah, there's my Adrian emote in the chat. Thank you, Fit. My chibi screaming Adrian.
You're gonna love chapter 7. Oh, you're gonna love chapter 7 so much. That screaming head. But did you do the bathroom Easter egg yet?
I've tried a few times. I need to look up and see how to do it correctly because I think you can do it once a day, right?
Yeah.
But I have every time I know I'm supposed to do trigger it and I haven't done it successfully, so I need to review because I don't want to miss that. It sounds like it's really quality content.
It's beautiful, and there's a different sound effect for each day, I believe.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, I didn't know that. That changes everything.
So you might have to go back and start some of the days. The good thing about Phantasmagoria is you can just start at any day you want.
That's true.
So you can just head straight for the shitter and give it your best.